Welcome to MiSpot, where we balance, heal, and activate who we truly are. You can call me High Key, Kiki. And tonight we celebrate the third quarter or last quarter moon, which is currently in Pisces. And I'm wearing a tiara because it's my B-Day. But when you see this message, we will be celebrating the third quarter or last quarter moon, which is, third quarter moons are a time for, going to my handy dandy cheat sheet, almost there. I should know this by heart, but let's see. So third quarter moons are for releasing. So I like to consider new moons for manifesting and full moons for releasing. So this third quarter moon here, at least in this particular reference, it's called a releasing, or it's a time for releasing. Let's see. This calls the full moon a culmination. So it's illumination and release. So the full moon like shines light on you, your emotions, your moon, your home, your behind the scenes things, and then allows you the energy to clear things away, like to let go of things. But it highlights it. It highlights it, right? And then we're able to release what's not serving us once we take a look at it. So the third quarter is about letting go. Not just like highlighting it, but officially like accepting. That's the word I hear. Okay, so this third quarter moon carries naturally, it carries that energy. It's a time to release and clear space for renewal. Old patterns and habits come to light. That's what the full moon did. Let go of what's holding you back and prepare for a fresh cycle. Journaling, cleansing rituals, or releasing ceremonies. Okay, and of course the moon is in Pisces right now, and we know that actually, yeah. So it's there right now, but tomorrow, or when we're celebrating the third quarter, it will shift into Aries. I just felt like a little bit of like a refreshing kind of feeling, almost like a new year. Not that strong, but like a clean slate, fresh start kind of energy when I mentioned the moon shifted into Aries. And Aries comes with that, first new, fresh kind of energy. All right. I was going to say a little bit about Pisces energy, but I don't think we have to, only because we're celebrating the third quarter. But this moon could have like a dreamy, intuitive, like higher self, spiritual realm, like the unseen realm, the realm that's felt. It does have like that kind of energy. It's like accepting your wisdom, accepting what life has taught you, accepting what you've learned, learning your lessons. That's what this moon kind of carries that energy. And we also had Mars shift into Virgo recently. Oh, hold on. Before we get too far, let's ground ourselves really quickly. Go ahead and take a few deep breaths in through the nose. Long exhales out through the mouth. Again, in through the nose. out through the mouth. Continue breathing in and out. With every exhale, allow yourself to relax more and more, sinking in to your support, allowing yourself to feel heavy and grounded and rooted, allowing each exhale to release more and more tension. Allow yourself to cover your body, scanning from head slowly down, all the way down to your feet. Just allow yourself to continue scanning and releasing with every exhale. In, out, nice. Exhale, release, out. Push it all the way out through the soles of your feet. One more time, in. And feel yourself being supported by what's underneath you, fully supported. It could be the chair, the floor, your bed, a mat. And just allow yourself to feel that full support and allow your body to completely relax and feel the complete support of what's below. Feel the strength, the solidarity, the stability. Continue releasing tension, letting go. We thank Mother Earth for always being our source of grounding. We call in all of our divine ancestors of love and light, guardian angels, archangels, ascended masters, our heavenly realm, to come in and support us as we ground, heal, and clear our energy this evening. You feel supported, you feel loved, you feel grounded and stable. You feel clarity. You feel light and free. Thank you, Holy Spirit. When you're ready, you can bring your awareness back to the room, wiggling your fingers and toes, and then opening your eyes. Okay. All right. So, Mars moved into Virgo today. And so Mars is a planet of action, drive, future focused. Okay? And Virgo is like, I hear like discipline, routine. I want to say perfectionist, but almost like practice makes perfect kind of energy. So Mars moving into Virgo could signify feeling action or drive or taking action. This kind of came up before, like taking decisive action. I think in our last moon, was it the full moon in Sagittarius? I laugh because that moon gave me some scars. I need to document that, and I'm gonna do it right now. I got burned myself on my stomach. Like bad, but not bad. You know, bad because it's like in a few spots, but it was one of my candles. So I don't know, did something dumb, and then so I was lighting my candles, and a piece one time the other day I used a match, and a piece of the matchstick fell inside the tea light, and so I left it in there, and I left them on the wall. And so after my moon celebration, you know, I let them continue to burn, and I was out in the living room, just kind of, you know, taking it all in, and I just saw like a lot of light, and so I came back in here to check, and like the piece of matchstick that was inside the candle had caught on fire, and it was like making a much bigger fire than just the tea light. And then so when I tried to pick it up, I thought it was going to be hot because it was all this fire around it. So instead I blew it, and like the wax went flying up on the wall and like flew on me, and I kept feeling the heat, but I couldn't see it until the scars. And so I have to count them too. But I kind of, my astrologer actually predicted that, but I have to double check because I think that's that Mars energy too. Mars does kind of have an energy of like burning things up. Like Mars gives me like Aries energy. Does Mars rule Aries? But definitely like it can be quick, and it can be like, you know, like touching the stove or that kind of energy. I remember my astrologer calling it like, you know, be careful, you may like do something, you may burn yourself or something like that. And it didn't even click at first, but today I was like, so I know some things have gotten burned up. And not in like, you know, I mean like spiritually, energetically, like things that don't serve us. And I think that was confirmation of that. Like some stuff is not going down without a fight, but it's all good because it's already defeated. Right? So, okay. So take a look at where Mars is for you, and possibly what house Virgo rules for you. And that's where you could feel this energy, or you could expect this energy, or you could use this energy to your benefit. So if you're looking for some help or some encouragement in being able to take initiative on something or take action on something, or that you want to do something for your future, like you want to move towards like a goal that you may have or something you want to accomplish, this energy could be helping you do that in the house where Virgo rules for you. Okay, so say if Virgo rules your fourth house is your house of home, family, roots, kind of that moon energy, like your emotional inner life, like your behind the scenes kind of life. So if there's something that you want to do in your home, something you might want to do for your body, something you may want to do for like your children or your family, or something you want to create or start to do, like get in the habit of doing a routine at home with your family, for yourself. That's this that energy. If Virgo rules your fourth house, this could be energy that will be supportive of that. Now, of course, we have aspects in the skies constantly shifting and changing. But these energies do linger. They have pre-shadows, post-shadows. Some of them shift faster or later than others, right? So their energy could linger a little bit longer. So I can tell you that Mars will be in Virgo through the end of the month of June for sure. I don't know. I have to look at the transits again to confirm. But Mars, I don't even want to guess. I don't want to guess. Mars does move pretty quickly, but not as quickly as Mercury and Venus. Plus Mars is behind us. So, or just a little further out from the sun than we are. So he moves a little bit slower. So he'll be there for a little bit. Okay. So just kind of, you can set the intention. You could do a meditation. You could do a themed meditation. Maybe it's a meditation for an inner child release or healing, especially if there's something you want to break out of or redo in family patterns. We could find a scripture. We could put together prayer. We could do so many things. You can write them down. But just allowing yourself to be open to that energy and to use it for your best and highest good. And then, as the month goes, there could be some squares, as far as aspects go. It could be some squares or some opposition, just things that could possibly make things a little bit tougher, where you may have to put in a little more effort. But we'll deal with those as they come. Okay. All right. That's really it. The end of the week. Oh, we do have the summer solstice, and Cancer season starts. Nice. That's calling for a meditation too. I should probably get busy. Seems like a good time for a meditation. Just bringing in that new energy, that summer energy, Cancerian energy. Cancer also, Jupiter just moved into Cancer. So like Jupiter, that expansive, territorial, growing kind of energy, that very grounded energy that Jupiter provides, has just shifted into Cancer. So Cancer is a sign of like family as well, nurturing, kind of like motherly kind of energy, but definitely emotional, home kind of roots kind of energy as well. Cancer is like I said, like naturally nurturing, emotionally fulfilling. And so depending on what house Cancer rules for you, you could be feeling that expansion in the emotional department, in the area of like nurturing. You maybe even be having some breakthroughs with your parents. You could be having some mommy wounds healed, some daddy wounds healed or healing. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Okay, So that's what to expect for this week. Let's see, from now until our next. So we'll have a new moon in Cancer next week. And Mercury will be shifting into Leo. So Cancer's kind of loaded up right now. Jupiter just moved into Cancer. He'll be there for probably at least another year, maybe 18 months. So that Jupiter energy in Cancer will be pretty rewarding in whatever house Cancer rules for you. So if you are a Cancer, first of all, happy birthday to Gemini's, Cancers. Y'all are up next. Let us get our last few days in, okay? But if you're a Cancer sun, Cancer rules your first house, right? And so your first house is your house of self, identity. It could be your career, your purpose. It could be your ego. All right. So you could be getting some very grounded or expansive energy in that house with this Jupiter there. Maybe you'll feel more comfortable in your first impressions, how you present yourself. You may be making changes, or Jupiter could be encouraging you to make changes in your first impressions, in your career, possibly, in who you are, like, and how you present yourself to the world. And then Mercury is there right now as well. Mercury will be shifting to Leo on the 26th. That'll be after the new moon, so I won't go too far into that, but Cancer's kind of, kind of got a lot going on. Okay. What else? What else? Do you want to talk about any aspects? Sun's in Gemini, moon is in Pisces. He'll be moving into Aries for this third quarter. Mercury is in Cancer. Venus is in Taurus. Venus in Taurus. She moved there last month. No, earlier this month. She moved there on the 5th. Mars is in Virgo. Jupiter in Cancer. Saturn in Aries. Saturn also just shifted into Aries. Saturn was in Pisces for a while. So there's a big shift there. Uranus is in Taurus. He's been there for a while. He'll be coming out soon. Neptune is in Aries. Neptune also just shifted into Aries. Neptune and Saturn were in Pisces for a while. So there's new energy being carried there. If you have questions about what those things mean, just put it in a comment. And then Pluto is in Aquarius. And of course, Pluto moved into Aquarius, I believe, back in November. And I think he'll be there at least for like another, 12 years. But he's in retrograde right now until October. We do have some pretty strong aspects. I was particularly, this thing. I do have some strong aspects. I was particularly looking at Mars, because Mars just did this shift. So Mars is in a sextile with Jupiter. in a square with Uranus, and in a sextile with the sun. So sextiles, of course, work in harmony. The energies flow together. They are open to new possibilities, new connections, that kind of energy. So the sun is in a strong sextile with Mars. So the sun is a planet of that, like, first house in a way. House of self, identity. I'm sorry. Well, kind of. But the sun represents like vitality as well. And with Mars being that planet of action and energy, this sextile or trine, it's shining a light on everyone's power potential. Our impetus to push forward in any project is heightened, and the road to progress is eased. With radiant courage, anything is possible. So it's a nice reminder and supportive energy of being courageous, being brave, taking like initiative, taking a step forward, moving forward towards your goals, what you want to accomplish, do for yourself in the future. Could also be what you might want to do like for your family or something. I keep getting that. It could be like maybe what you want to do for your children. Maybe if you want to do, I don't know, do something different, new, create something new for them. Okay. Let's see, who else we got? We have, so Mars in a square to Uranus is where the energies conflict. Okay, when they're in a square, think of them as being boxed in. And so you have, it says internal and creative tensions bring rich rewards through effort over time. So you got this boxed in energy of Mars who wants to move and do stuff, with Uranus, who's a planet of surprise and like there's definitely like a revolution. I don't want to say karma, but like there's a cyclic energy with Uranus, surprises. And so if we can do the work, if we can set intentions to do the work, take surprising action, do something that you've never done before. What's that saying? To get something you've never had, you gotta do something you've never done. That's this energy that it's like, so you're gonna have to step out, get creative. So internal and creative tensions bring rich rewards through effort. So there could be some people or some energies that are trying to be creative around you, creatively creating tension around you. But if you can push through and like not respond, I guess the same way, responding differently, you could see rich rewards over time with that effort. So Mars, the planet of energy and drive, Uranus, the planet of revolution. Mars being square or opposite Uranus is a rush of excitement, right? Mars wants to move. Uranus wants to, be in a cycle. There's a rush of excitement in the air. It is a time to guard against carelessness because it is possible that sudden actions could lead to accidents or outbursts. So don't be careless. Definitely don't put your energy towards things that are not for your best and highest good, because it could lead to like something not so good. So don't be careless, be thoughtful. Like I said, creative, be creative and do something different. The pursuit of a visionary passion is strong, so that there is great potential for breakthrough when you wisely direct your forces. So something that you want, you've always seen, something that you've seen in the future, something you want for your future, a future goal that you're passionate about, that you hold on to tightly. It's very strong. It's not something you can easily let go of. If you move towards that, move in that direction, especially moving towards it in a more creative, new way, there's a great potential for breakthrough because you are using wisdom and you're being more intentional with where you're directing your energy and your forces. Okay, that was nice. That was a nice way to turn around a square. And then I thought it was one more for Mars, the Sun, Jupiter, and Uranus. Okay, I guess that's it. I got through that kind of fast. I think that's it for the sky. We're gonna pull a card already? Didn't seem that. I want to give you the dates when these planets shift, but I think we're good for right now. But I want to be able to, while we're talking, I have like the dates. I mean, we know when they start, and I guess maybe if I give the, what do you call it? Give the transit. If I give you the transit of the planets, then you'll know how long that energy will be here. Okay, I could possibly give you. People want to know time frames. Don't be caught up on like knowing the future, trying to know everything. Sometimes it's best. Some things are better. You be like, I wish I didn't know that. You know what I mean? So, but I think that we have to embrace challenge and growth and see our challenges as opportunities to grow versus always running from challenges. I think it's so lame and weak to constantly run from pressure, and I understand that it can get to be a lot, but nah, we ain't here to, well, some of us ain't here to be running from stuff. Ooh, one jumped out. Prosperity lies ahead. Listen, new moon in Taurus. Come on. How about them apples? Prosperity lies ahead. Come on, Jupiter love. Jupiter love. Take time to breathe out. Disseminating moon on the bottom. I think the disseminating moon is the moon before the third quarter moon. All right, let's see. Prosperity lies ahead. New moon in Taurus. I'm excited. Prosperity lies ahead. New moon in Taurus. This card will often come up when you're inquiring about a financial matter or when you're doubting your self-worth. The card suggests you can have what you want, including material things, but you must believe in yourself. This comes down to the laws of attraction. Value yourself and others will value you too. You can create abundance. Taurus is associated with luxurious Venus, and this card holds the new moon energy. So now is a good time to make a 12-month financial plan. This card can also signal the start of a new relationship or of sexier times. If you've been wrestling with something for a long time, the new moon in sturdy Taurus is a sign not to give up just yet. Attune to the moon. Get or give a massage. Oh my gosh. Healthy body, healthy mind. That's so fucking, sorry, it's funny. Freaking funny. Additional meanings for this card. You will soon be able to afford the thing you're dreaming of. Getting clear on what you value most will help you find peace. Take some time out to pamper yourself. Start a standing order to a savings account, no matter how small. Whoa. The teaching. We often feel that it's somehow wrong for us to focus on our finances. But the truth is that money can make life far more comfortable from a physical point of view. Taurus knows this, and the new moon in Taurus is the time to work your magic to create the money you want so you can have the creature comforts you want. Remember, though, that someone else is wishing for you. Remember that someone else is still wishing for what you already have. There was so much confirmation here for me. First of all, if anybody knows me, I'm not like I guess a gold digger. I make my own money, but it's important to go focus on your bag. It's important to understand what you want in life and have a plan on how to get it. I noticed that a lot of these Moonology cards call for a 12-month plan. This one just told us to have a 12-month financial plan. So, like, what do you want your money to look like 12 months from now? You know, I've been teaching how to get into the stock market, sharing the plays that I have been setting up. I'll also be able to share with people, like, if you would have gotten in at this price, this is where you could be right now, just to show people that I think I know what I'm doing. You know, my goal is I want to make $100 an hour in the stock market, or $1,000 a day. $1,000 a week would be great. And then it's, you know, a few thousand a month, and then it's replacing your, like, it's just, or it's doubling your salary or something like that. So that's so much confirmation for me here. Knowing your self-worth, that's kind of coming with this energy of like cutting off some of those negative patterns, maybe around money, maybe money management, releasing some of the negative or bad relationships we may have with money that could have come through our DNA, could have come through watching a parent not do that well with finances or money. Or maybe you've actually done the opposite, or you try to do the opposite, what you've seen. You know better because you've seen the worst. So you want to break out of certain patterns. This card suggests you can have what you want, including material things, but you must believe in yourself. That's why I believe that our soul, as our souls prosper, we prosper. As we prosper, our souls prosper. As our souls prosper, we prosper. So it's like, as you're doing the inner work, your inner world becomes your outer world. So if you can get that inner world to be peaceful and abundant, you can create peace and abundance around you. You have the power. We have the power to bring things from a vision into fruition. The laws of attraction. You can create abundance, exclamation point. Luxurious Venus. I call that, I was talking about luxury, because Venus had shifted last moon cycle, maybe. And I was talking about Venus gives me that luxurious energy, but Venus also carries like beauty, love, and money. It's about that flow that abundant flow. Money to me brings freedom. I was talking to a friend today. She said comfort. Comfort is freedom. Freedom is comfort. I guess they're synonyms of each other. So this is so much confirmation. I'm so thankful for this. This card can also signal the start of a new relationship or of sexier times. Doesn't that sound fun? Oh, excuse me. And it says, if you've been wrestling with something for a long time, the moon in sturdy Taurus is a sign not to give up just yet. The massage. Usually on my birthday, I am on the massage table, okay? And so I'm looking for a new masseuse at the moment. And the young lady that I had reached out to, because now I'm going from a guy to to a lady. And I'm just looking for somebody that I can go to on a regular basis. And usually that's where I am on my birthday, but I'm actually going to go later this week. So that was cool to get that confirmation. You will soon be able to afford the thing you're dreaming of. Did I read that? That's amazing. Thank you. Getting clear on what you value most will help you find peace. Getting clear. I was asking for that clarity during the grounding because I could feel the energy right here, like in my forehead, around my third eye. It was like something wanted to be there. Something wanted to be a block. Something wanted to cause confusion or chaos. Like it wanted to be heard or seen so bad. That's kind of what the energy was. So it's like, go ahead and get that clarity, like trusting your wisdom, trusting what you've seen over time, trusting what you have experienced, and letting go of trying to make something different. It's like more like accepting it, allowing. Take some time out to pamper yourself. I will be doing that. And start a standing order to a savings account, no matter how small. I swear, I've literally called the bank and I ended up being on hold for a while and I hung up because I wanted to do a little more research online. But that's the goal for the week, is to call. I have accounts at 2 different places, and to tell them my goals and what I want to do. And if they can't meet my goals when it comes to my savings account, I'm going to put my money where it will work harder for me, right? So that's a confirmation as well. And then it says here, like I said, we often feel that it's somehow wrong to focus on our finances. Not over here. You won't get that from me. Money isn't everything. Like I said, is it Jay-Z or Kanye? Money isn't everything, but not having it is. So I understand that part. I do understand that part. But I do think that, Biggie has something with more money, more problems. And I don't want to make it seem like that. But I do think that when you have more money or you're managing more money, you do have to have more responsibility, better management skills. You have to be more disciplined. Okay, so it does come with more, right? More responsibility. You have more money, you have a bigger home, you have bigger electric bill, you have bigger water bill possibly. Like those are the things that kind of come with the territory. But I don't think that we should sell our souls. I do think we should have standards and boundaries and understand that there are many things in life that are priceless. You can't put a price tag on, right? Typically, those are the things that are unseen. The good news, love, kindness, compassion, the things that are felt, right? Things that are not tangibly seen tend to be the best things in life, right? Or that people have, there's a quote that the best things in life are free. So yeah, I would never say that it's wrong to focus on your finances. But it says here, but the truth is that money can make life far more comfortable from a physical point of view. I totally agree with that. 100%. Taurus knows this, and the new moon in Taurus is the time to work your magic and create the money you want so you can have the creature comforts you want. Remember, though, that someone else is still wishing for what you already have. And that's the truth. And that's the grounded part of it. That's the humbling part of it. That is the balance of it. That is what makes us not forget where we came from. That is the energy that allows us to give back, to help someone else, to give to someone else. I like this. And then we got that take time to breathe out on the bottom. I'm not going to read that one. I'm going to pull another card. I do not understand why Zoom doesn't give me a timer. I think that is the craziest thing. Why would you not give me a timer? Right? I just don't understand that. Okay. So Zoom, you need to get a timer. Might make the stock go up or something. So listen, if you are interested in learning how to get into the stock market, if you are someone who believes that you are here to be a millionaire, you are here to manage money, you've managed millions, billions of dollars for companies, and you have great money management skills, you've ran big accounts, you've done big work, big projects, you most likely can do the same thing for yourself. And so it's good to start to take some of those money management skills into your personal life and then ultimately into your business. Okay? That's what the big boys are doing. They are completing monthly cost reports. They know their profits. They know how much money is coming in, how much money is going out, how much money is going into fee or profit or that you put in your pocket, right? They're doing these reports on a monthly basis. And then even in the stock market, these companies are required to even become a public or get a public IPO. There's a series of things that have to happen that these companies have to go through to even be eligible. But then once they actually become a publicly traded company, they're required to produce earnings. And those earnings come out every quarter. Every quarter is 3 months, right? So every 3 months, you get a report on how well this company did and what their profit margins are and things like that. So those are the things that we talk about every 2 to 3 Sundays. We may end up making it once a month, but that's kind of hard when the stock market is something you almost want to look at daily, but I can do that work for you at the moment. But I think that 2 to 3 weeks, it should be weekly at best, if not every day. But as we get started and people are kind of getting their feet wet, so if it's something that's brand new to you, we have people in that space, then we have people that are a little more or have been doing it for a little while or a little bit longer, so they've seen the benefits of it, so they're able to share, So, all right, we got 2 of these Soul's Journey cards. Surrender. I can release my need to control. And purpose. I know what I am here to do. This is beautiful energy. Okay? And on the bottom, we have trust. I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. This is what we are being called to do, is to trust our wisdom, trust our intuition. Okay? There's a lot of mental clarity that's happening right now in the collective, or this is what people are being called to focus on or set intentions on is the battle of the mind. It's what's going on between our ears. What are we saying to ourselves? What are we telling ourselves? How are we talking to ourselves? Are we lying to ourselves? So I get surrender to purpose and trust, releasing control, knowing what we're here to do, and acceptance of our inner voice. Acceptance is heavy this evening too. Acceptance of like what it is and what it ain't kind of energy. You know what I mean? That's what I've been getting like all week. Don't forget, like this is even like call on your angels, call on your ancestors of divine light connected to the sun, closest to the sun, okay? Those that are connected to source, the loving, healing source. We have to call on them. This might be something we have to do on a daily basis, and even at least in these moon celebrations, we can call more on our angels. That message has come out a few times. It's almost like we're blocking ourselves by not doing it. It's like use the angelic support and protection that's around you, that's given to you. It's like your God-given gift, talent. It's just a gift from God. Like these angels are encamped around you. So like appreciating them, you probably do pretty good with, but now it's like calling them in for strategy, calling them in for personal healing, happiness, abundance, purpose, calling them in when you need to feel trust. All right, surrender. Surrender. I can release my need to control. Focus. Can you focus? A little bit? No? There we go. Okay. I can release my need to control. You need to understand the distinction between power and control. You have the power of internal control, but very little external control over people or situations. This card came out last week, I think. Sorry. The majority of your external control is through the power of influence. You can lead by example. Every soul has its own unique path, and it is not your job to dictate it. Giving advice or direction in a compassionate manner is the way to go. Your soul, too, has a path, and you possess the power to control it. But you must surrender the illusion that you have control over another. Remember that this is a process, and from time to time, your ego will rise up and demand that things be the way they should be. Envision a hot air balloon being loaded up with all of the things you think you need to control, and let them ride away in the balloon. You'll be surprised to find that when you release the energy of control and accept the energy of surrender, doors will open that you never expected, because you have now given the universe space in which to materialize what is needed for your highest soul growth. More confirmation of material possession. Another meditation inspiration with the hot air balloon. I was just thinking, what did I say that about earlier for the meditation? Oh, the solstice and Cancer season. And then this balloon. Okay. Got it. All right. Y'all know that we don't have control over anybody else, right? We know that. We know that. We only have control over ourselves and how we respond. Not react. Respond. Okay? Respond has a different frequency than reacting. Reacting is emotional surface. I have my crystal ball here. Oh, it's kind of heavy. There she is. Photo op. There she is. I thought I'd bring her over because she was sitting over there on the shelf. And I thought I'd bring her over here on my desk. All right, listen. Release. Release, release, release. Let go. Let go, let go, let go. We're surrendering, okay? We don't have control over anything but ourselves. I believe that we already know that over here. So this might be the energy of people around that may have struggle with control. Okay, so this is also energy that's speaking to like those of us that are afraid of our emotions or maybe struggling with our emotions. Like maybe we think that we can't be close to people or anyone, or we think that our emotions get us in trouble or our emotions get us hurt. So we try to control relationships or dynamics with people, trying to block and cut off emotions. And so there could be a confirmation or energy now that's basically saying when you cut any part of you off, you're trying to control something. And if we are children of the Most High, we are here to fulfill the plan that God has for us, then all of you is required. All of you. And that includes your emotions. And then when you cut that off, you miss that connection, you miss that block. And you may think of it as it's always going to be something that's going to lead to a loss or disappointment or heartache and pain. But that's what you end up manifesting because that's all that you see it as. There are often, many times, where our emotional intelligence is very valuable. Our emotional intelligence is very necessary. And it's needed in certain situations, okay? It's great to love our children, but the love that we can have with a partner is different than that love. It's a different fulfillment. It's a different need. Even the love that we have for our own parents and siblings, if you have them. But it's a different kind of love that we are looking to fulfill. And so many people that could be struggling with being afraid of intimacy because you always equate it to disappointment and loss, it's teaching you to have better discernment with your emotions. It's teaching us to make better decisions when it comes to our emotions. So it's not to block them and run from them. It's to allow them, listen to them, sit with them, be present with them, understand them, right? and know that they are valid. It's not an invitation to always be in our feelings, but it's a way to balance things out so that when the rewarding, fulfilling, positive, and good emotions are coming towards you, you can reap the benefits of them because you're able to receive them. You're able to appreciate them. Okay? I hope that makes sense. But this energy is kind of given like a stop trying to control your emotions kind of energy. Like, honestly, it's like the more that you probably are trying to control them, it's probably getting harder and harder with Jupiter and Mercury in Cancer. And the sun will be there soon as well. Just saying. All right, purpose. I know what I am here to do. Come on. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. Anyway. All right. I know that's blurry. I don't like when it's blurry. Come on. Work with me. Anyway. Purpose. I know what I am here to do. You have chosen to reincarnate on Earth for one major goal: to express love in all that you do. The obstacles of this physical dimension can distract you from that goal, and it's easy to lose your way. Life on Earth is full of obligations that require your conscious attention, but that doesn't mean you can't infuse all of your decisions with caring and compassion. Your purpose in life is not your career. Rather, your career is guided by your purpose. What activities speak to your soul? What brings you joy? That is the direction your soul is calling you toward to best convey your own unique expression of love and make a contribution to the world. If you're not happy with your current circumstances, then that is your soul telling you that there is a better way to manifest your own distinct gifts. Listen to your intuition. It is your connection to spirit and the voice of your soul. Okay. Like, we get a lot of confirmation here. I was just talking about how this could be teaching someone the benefits of emotions. Okay? Not thinking that that's something that they can't deal with or they can't handle. They don't want. Because you have to be careful with that. If you think about it, love is an emotion, but love is an action more than anything. I think love is something you do. Love is something you show. Love is something you express. But it is a feeling, okay? You can feel loved. You can feel appreciated. You can feel fulfilled, right? And so if we are constantly blocking love, right? We want to turn love into hate. We like, okay, no, this is not for me, so I'm going to turn it into the opposite. I'm going to do everything to make it the worst. Think about what you're manifesting. Those are the seeds that you're planting. So you're going to manifest hate. You're going to attract hate. My goal is to always run from love. So if I'm running from love, what am I running to? Where are you going? Right? If you're running away from love, what are you running to? What do you think you're running from? So those are the things that just kind of make us sit back and just really wonder, like, what is it that we really want? And and truly digging into the fear, like just leaning in. What activities speak to your soul? What brings you joy? Are you happy with your current circumstances? It's a very valid question, right? And if you're not, that is your soul telling you something's wrong. And the theme for the evening has been to trust our intuition, to trust our wisdom, to trust what we have learned. There is a better way to manifest your own distinct gifts. There's a better way to get to the prosperity. There's a better way to have peace and abundance. Listen to your intuition. It is your connection to spirit and the voice of your soul. It's your best friend. It's the Holy Spirit, right? And in our bottom of the deck card, trust. I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. Trust it. Trust it. Trust it. And there are other voices that aren't as, guiding. They will do the opposite of guide. Okay. Definitely not guiding towards love and light. I want to pull a African goddess card. Oh wow, one already jumped out. I'm going to also pull a divine masters card, and then I'll do some angel numbers, and then we'll wrap it up. Whoa. Okay. Oh my goodness. I gotta learn these names. Nikosana? Sorry, I'm not sure. Celestial alignment. Divine alignment. Buya, Nihanda, radical rebirth. So the new you is here and here to stay. How about that? This new version, this more healed version, this version that has grown. Ngame, desire. Nana Buluku. Seasons. Going into the summer. Gang Sarah. Resistance. And Sukuyant. Scarcity. All right, so this desire card, I think, is the only one I haven't received. I don't know, maybe this season's card is as well. Have I ever received these? Celestial alignment. Just so much. A lot of purple and blue. The numbers 1, 5, 8, 21, 22, 41 are here. I'm going to read the seasons and the desire. Number 1. Temple of Threshold Guardians. Nana Buluku, Goddess of Seasons. Benin. Temple Threshold Guardians, Element Air. Nana Buluku is the Most High Supreme Being, primordial mother, grandmother of all the Orishas, deities, and Dahome's wise woman, herbalist, and healer. Nana Buluku's guidance. You have entered a new cycle that is very old. Allow yourself to become present. Trust in divine timing. Don't be in such a hurry. There are no shortcuts here. Embodiment. Are you ready for a new beginning? You are in or entering a new season that will force you to evolve. This is a time of major transition. You are not stuck. You are holding on to old patterns. Change can be terrifying. Allow yourself to be mentored. When you choose a new path, you are ripe for self-sabotage. A commitment test from the universe may pop up to delay this new pathway. Stay the course. Your time is now. Goddess declaration, I am limitless. There's that surprising energy, that surprising Uranus energy. So understanding that, like, you're going to probably have to push through something, okay? I'm going to try to hurry up. Soul forgiveness is on the bottom. Soul forgiveness. She got those two little babies on either side of her. Let's do a divine ancestor, and then I'll pull an angel, and then we'll wrap it up. I want to read desire. Maybe I should just read desire. Don't rush it. Just do what you gotta do. 8. Temple of Conjurers, Ngame, Goddess of Desire, Ashanti, Akan. Temple Conjurers, element air. Ngame is the triple moon goddess of the Ashanti. Every new day, this mother goddess rebirths the sun, shooting life into us with her moon bow. Her lunar rays illuminate souls. Ngame's guidance. Dream bigger. Puny desires constrict you. Your desires create your life, so allow them to flow boldly. Embodiment. What do you really desire? Get specific. See it, smell it, feel it, call it in now. What you desire desires you. Does your desire flow from love or fear? Manifestations that come from fear-based desires keep you safe and small. Desires that come from your soul expand your world. Goddess declaration. What I desire desires me. Come on now. Come on with it. I ain't even gotta say nothing about that. I'm just gonna leave that right where it is. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Appreciate you. Because that was enough said. Enough said. Divine Masters. Oh my gosh, Kalima. She was on the bottom when I opened it up and jumped out again. Divine Severance. Cut the cords to dramas, fears, and illuminations. I read this in the past because she came out in the last time I pulled these cards. I'll do my best to try to find that and link it below. But that energy, Mayat, divine intervention. So there's heavy divine protection here. Divine intervention, divine timing, divine alignment, all of that. So this card is reminding us to cut the cords to the BS, the trauma, the drama, the stuff that you know ain't working. It never worked. It's not working. It's not going to work. Okay? It's a change. It's a shift. It's a different relationship dynamic that we have to go after now, and we have to allow that to flow. We have to allow God to show us. I'll just read it. Kali Ma is the Hindu goddess of death and rebirth. She is the destroyer of evil forces and protector of liberation. In the Hindu pantheon, she is the most powerful expression of Shakti, who is ultimately an expression of life force energy in a dynamic feminine form. In Sanskrit, Kala means darkness and Ma means to bring or create. So Kali Ma is the bringer of darkness. Darkness isn't to be feared, however. Over the years, especially in Western culture, we've been told that it is bad, but in fact, it's a sacred part of life. Before we were born, we were all wrapped in the darkness of the womb. The earth herself was born in the darkness of the cosmic sky. And every night when we sleep, we step back into this space. So the great goddess Kali brings the energy of creation, birth, and renewal. Your message? Stop right there. Don't let dramas or other disruptive energies get between you and the light you were born to be. Before a molehill becomes a mountain, release yourself from a situation that is only going to drain you and bring you pain. Today, the universe, through the goddess of Kali, is encouraging you to cut the cords between you and unnecessary people, places, and situations. Do it now. Your soul desires freedom and liberation. In your current circumstances, you are holding the wheel of karma in your own hand, and you get to decide if a situation takes over your energy or not. Don't let yourself get pulled into something that is not yours to deal with or carry. Take your karma and your future back into your own hands. If you are afraid, good. That means you're on the cusp of something great unfolding. If you scared, call that reverend. Listen, if you scared, that means it's time. It's time. Don't be scared now. We ain't breeding no suckers. We ain't breeding no suckers around here. All right, let's do some angel numbers, and we'll wrap it up. Through the deck. Okay. Oh, one just jumped out. Another one. Oh, another one right here. Okay. We got a lot. 333. Support. Growth, creativity, joy, community, vision, talents. Seeing the angel number 333 is a sign that it is time to focus inward. Work on your skills, discover your talents, and use your imagination. Unleash your inner artist. Doing so will boost your self-esteem and sense of competence. It does wonders for your sense of purpose and contributes to your community. Support. Okay, support, 333. 1010. It's up to you. Moderation, patience, flow, clarity, joy, movement, self-realization, taking action, unconditional love. It's time to put those long-cherished ideas into action. You will soon come into contact with the appropriate individuals, circumstances, and resources. Eventually, you will experience joy as well as brand new opportunities. Trust in the process. 2020 is out here. Compassion, mercy, diplomacy, potential, service, recovery, adaptability, renewal. It is a confirmation that your assumptions and beliefs are correct, but it's also an encouragement to use your talents and gifts because they will benefit the world and your pockets. Be of service to others. Your potential is enormous. I'm so sorry that it's not focusing a little bit faster. 1414, light up. Mood swings, respect, family, constructive outlook, quality. Focus on your needs, desires, and hobbies. Everything is more accessible with a light attitude. You will be blessed with new opportunities, a new friend, or in addition to your family. Good vibes will speed up the process. Good vibes, good vibes, good vibes, good vibes. 9999. Lessons learned. Come on now. Culmination. That was the full moon. Results, benefits, reflection, completion. Take stock of your accomplishments and how you arrived at them. This is a reminder to maintain optimism and drive toward your goals. Maintain your momentum and know that the powers of heaven have your back. You made it, and the reward goes to you. I like that one. I like that one. 1331, good fortune, advice, comfort, major change, individuality, independence. Have faith in your skills and talents. There's that again. As they are a tool that can provide you with a bright future. A piece of good advice, a moment of enlightenment, or a comforting message is on its way. Everything will work out in your favor. Listen, I am honored to deliver messages like this. I love to allow us to feel supported and protected. Look at that. Spiritual awakening, 1001 on the bottom. New beginnings, personal development, prioritizing creativity, and heading in the right direction. A new phase in a religious or spiritual quest. You are going through a spiritual awakening, which can feel like a dark night of the soul. You are on the path to enlightenment, and this too shall pass. Listen, baby, always go within so you never go without, like Mystic Tori teaches us. I love you, but God loves you more, like worldwide tells us. And over here at MiSpot, we stay connected to the ones that sit high, look low, and see everything. And as always, I'll see you here next week. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. I appreciate you. Oh my. And I'll see you here next week. God bless you. Good night.